Here are some grades from the Sun Sentinel regarding last night's Dolphins game. See if you agree with these. The run game, they give an A. Obviously, Devon Achane had a monster game once again. 20 carries, 99 yards, 1 touchdown. He had a productive night, as did the Dolphins offense. Center Aaron Brewer, right guard Cole Strange, and left guard Jonah Savainaya did a good job versus the Jets. And on the downside, Chris Perkins writes in the Sun Sentinel, running back Ollie Gordon had 7 carries for only 10 yards. And ideally, the Dolphins want him to have more carries, more yards. But he gives the run game an A. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah, I would as
Devon
well.
Achane. Yeah, you have Achane on your team.
He's a
really
monster. Good. He gets the ball in his hands. He makes something happen. I am so impressed with him.
Man, he juked out 4 people in a 2-yard span. It was crazy.
They get shut out week 1 if it's not for Devon Achane. Yes. The pass game, Chris Perkins in the Sun Sentinel gives the Dolphins an A. The story here is Hill's knee injury, but let's move past that briefly. Tua, 17 of 25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, no INTs, no sacks, 114.9 passer rating, was efficient. Tight end Darren Waller was impressive. Wide receiver Jalen Waddle was good enough. Pass protection was strong, but Hill obviously is going to be missed greatly. He made everyone better, including Waddle, Tua, and McDaniel as a play caller. But aside from the injury, which happens, he gives the pass game last night an A.
Amazing, and the Darren Waller red zone stuff was very smart. Mike McDaniel went in his bag last night with that rollout stuff we were talking about. He just, to OG's point, can we do that in the field? I don't know, but in the red zone, I think that rollout stuff would be pretty good.
Yeah, now you've got a legit target, and man, that first touchdown catch that he came down with, I mean, it seems like there's nothing you can't throw in his area. It's like Arande himself. There's nothing you can't throw in his area that he's not going to come down with.
How long have we been saying all our receivers are itty bitty spiders? Now we have a gigantic target in the end zone.
The run defense, D-, allowing the Jets, led by Justin Fields and Breece Hall, who each rushed for 81 yards, to have 28 carries for 197 yards, 7 yards per carry, and 1 touchdown is unacceptable. This would be a failing grade, except cornerback Jack Jones forced a fumble. Jack Jones on running back Braylon Allen nearing the goal line on a play that saved a touchdown. The Dolphins entered the game 29th in rushing defense, and they got worse. Linebackers Jordan Brooks and Terrell Dodson had good numbers, as did Zach Sealer and Jones, who had 5 tackles apiece, but the Dolphins must be better. They're now 30th in the league in rushing defense at 158 yards per game.
Brooks, Dodson, and Gay, I really thought we had some linebackers now. And it's not telling you anything you don't know. To be 30th against the run, those 3 guys can't be that good.
The pass defense, Perk gives them a B-. Dolphins had 2 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, and 3 passes defended, while allowing Fields 20 of 27, 226 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 111 passer rating to play well, but not well enough to win. Wide receiver Garrett Wilson, 6 receptions, 82 yards, and a tutty. Tight end Mason Taylor, Jason Taylor's son, 5 receptions, 65 yards, were both productive. The Dolphins secondary, cornerbacks Jones, Rasul Douglas, and Cornell Armstrong, along with safeties Minka Fitzpatrick, Ashton Davis, Ife Melifonwu, and Dante Trader Jr., did what it could as defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver searched for 5 defensive back combinations, some of which were effective. Fields' 43-yard touchdown run goes against the run defense because it was on a scramble.
Anthony Weaver's defense, I'm starting to question.
It was funny at the beginning of the game yesterday. I was saying, I think I may have texted you guys, like, fire McDaniel. Maybe we're focusing on the wrong coach here, because that defense, for as much pub as it had gotten coming into this season, they have come up woefully short. they got it together. The Jack Jones punch out, again, I don't know if that's coaching or if that's, Jack Jones taking Anthony Weaver to heart saying, got to play violent. All right, let's punch it out. You guys just had Peanut Tillman on the pivot. You talked about the peanut punch. So there were a couple plays where they forced turnovers, which was what Anthony Weaver was looking for. But, man, it was dicey at the beginning.
That was a Jack Jones individual effort play. Breece Hall was about to get a 11-yard rushing touchdown. That was a gash of the defense. Jack just came out of nowhere and got a good play in. It's just, Solana brought up last week, number 1 in blitz rate, number 32 in pressure rate. What's the answer? You're not figuring out how to beat their protection. If you're sending 2 off one side and they know it's coming and they have 2 guys to block them, you didn't trick them. You might as well sit back with 7 deep because you're not tricking anybody.
That speech from Anthony Weaver, the impassioned speech about, I sit up here, I'm a nice guy, but I'm old school. Let's go be violent. Omar told us yesterday that it almost felt like an audition for him to be the interim head coach. He highlighted all the things that are different about him than McDaniel. And a lot of those traits are critiques of Mike McDaniel, right? Like, he's an old school football guy. He's violent. He's not afraid to yell at his guys. But part of that might be true. I also think he was speaking directly to his defensive linemen. Crowder, they highlighted it yesterday, Louis Riddick. The Dolphins rush 4. They don't get any pressure on the quarterback. I don't know if Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips, I know Chubb has 3 sacks this year. I don't know if Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips, because of the injuries, just need a little bit more time to kind of ingratiate themselves back into, the day-to-day of a game. But, bro, like, Zach Sealer played a little bit better yesterday, but if the Dolphins don't blitz, they don't get pressure on the quarterback. And that was supposed to be the strong suit of this defense. So I don't know if it's the linebackers per se, but, man, you guys know we all love Jalen Phillips down here. Doesn't have a sack yet this year. He doesn't have a tackle for loss through 4 games. Like, that's an issue. And Zach Sealer, the boneheaded play against Buffalo, but still a lot to be desired there. And Kenneth Grant, your rookie, hasn't looked outstanding either. Like, to me, that's the biggest question mark. If those guys can't play better and be more consistent, that's why the run defense looks bad. Those guys up front.
Yes, that's 100% with the linemen. The front 4. When they don't send pressure, they don't get pressure. When they do send pressure, they don't get pressure.
Right.
It's the difference. Don't send pressure.
Just leave more people to cover. Go double team somebody. Why would you rush when they're going to block you anyway?
Finally, in the Sun Sentinel coaching, he gives the coaching an A last night. Credit Mike McDaniel and his staff, led by Anthony Weaver, offensive coordinator Frank Smith, and special teams coordinator Craig Aukerman for keeping the Dolphins focused on the main thing, defeating the Jets, instead of things such as being 0-3 or McDaniel's job security. McDaniel's balanced offense had 31 runs, 25 passes, a good combination, and the defense and special teams turned in their best performances. One thing you can say, Crowder, when we thought maybe Mike McDaniel had lost this team after week 1, they did get a little better week 2. I remember pointing it out. They go down 14-0, or they go down 2 touchdowns. I think it was 12-0. But they go down 2 touchdowns, and they didn't quit. They come back. They make it a game. And then they go to Buffalo, short week, and they make it a game, the entire game. And then they go and last night get their first victory. They never quit on Mike McDaniel. I thought that was a real possibility after week 1, and it didn't happen. And so I do think kudos to him. He has kind of stayed the course, and they rewarded him with a victory last night.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. They haven't given up on him, and I think especially last night, he was in his play calling bag. Yes. With the rollouts. Like, we were all surprised that Tua was moving.
A little backwards flip from Tua. I love a little whirling dervish added to the offense.
We used to always whirly dervish. We stopped whirly dervishing.
We got to get more whirly dervish.
The little flea flickers, the no-look passes in the red zone. We were used to that, and we just stopped it.
Yeah, it was fun last night. There was a vibe last night. There was an old Mike McDaniel vibe last night that you had in seasons 1 and 2. You finally got that vibe back.